When I think of Australia, I think of Bluey. I think Bluey is genuinely delightful. Like, I unironically have sat down with, like, friends my own age and watched Bluey for fun. No children involved. I have watched Bluey because I wanted to watch Bluey. I think I enjoy Bluey more than any of the actual children in my family. It's so cute. It's so cute. And I love, like, being able to watch a cartoon that, like, I recognize, like, the things from, you know? I like being able to recognize it. Because, like, a lot of the cartoons that I grew up watching were Canadian. Like, you know, like, watching channels like ABC3 and stuff like that, we didn't really have much of a cartoon industry when I was a kid. We had a couple, but not too many. So a lot of our cartoons, and even our TV shows in general, actually, were either American, Canadian, or British. We had, like, a lot of imported cartoons, basically, and TV shows in general. So I basically I think the only cartoon that I remember being Aussie as a kid was CJ the DJ, and that's, like, it. That's the only cartoon I can think of at the top of my head that was Aussie. And it wasn't a good one. It wasn't good. What is that? It wasn't a good show. Sorry to any of the, like, 3 CJ the DJ enjoyers that have ever existed, but it wasn't a very good show. It was kind of garbage, but it was all we had, you know? It was the only, like, Aussie show. Everything else was imported. So, like, I grew up watching, like, Total Drama Island, which was Canadian and stuff like that, you know? And, like, Stoked. Those are my cartoons. And, you know, like, it didn't hit the same, you know? That I enjoyed some of them. Like, Stoked and Total Drama were fun, but, like, they were great. Don't get me wrong. I loved those. They were so fun. But, like, it's nice that Bluey is, like, Aussie. I like recognizing the stuff they're talking about, you know? Like, when they talk about the magpie helmets and stuff, I'm like, yes, exactly. This is so real. And I'll watch it with friends from overseas, and they turn to me and they just go, is that true? And I say, yes, this is true. This is a true, real fact. This is a true, real fact. Ever seen RWBY? I have. I own the first 5 volumes of RWBY on DVD, and they are in my cupboard behind me. They are in my cupboard behind me. I grew up watching RWBY, actually. I started watching RWBY when I was, I think, 12, maybe 13. They were still doing, like, the first arc. Like, the most recent episode out when I started watching RWBY was the Volume 3 finale. So, fun place to jump in, you know? Fun place to jump into the series. Also, I died. Whoops. Yeah, it's fun place to jump into the series. You know, when all the fan favorites got brutally murdered. Yeah, wow, you started RWBY really, baby. I did. It was like... It was still like a new show at the time. We need to karaoke stream, we need to do RWBY songs. I should. I still know, like, most of them. I haven't learned, like, a lot of the later songs. You know, from, like, I'd say, like, Volume 7 onwards. But, like, I was a big fan of RWBY, like, for a long time. I still am. Like, when Volume 10 comes out, because, you know, like, they're being vague about it, but we know it's happening, you know? They're being very, like, they obviously are under NDA and they can't say anything about it, but Volume 10's very clearly coming. So, you know, like, you know, when Volume 10 comes out, I'm gonna watch it, you know? I'm extremely excited for Volume 10 to come out. I genuinely cannot wait. I've been a fan of the series for a long time. RWBY came back to streaming. It did. It's, like, available to watch again. I'm so happy. See, when I was watching RWBY, it was still on YouTube. When I started watching it, it was still a YouTube series. It was still going up on the Rooster Teeth YouTube channel, not even Rooster Teeth Animation, just the Rooster Teeth channel. And that was about 10 years ago. That was about a decade ago now. I don't know how it ends. I know, I want to know how it ends. Like, people, like... Sorry, I had hiccups. You know, people give RWBY, like... People clown on it a lot, but it's like, you know, it's a good show. It means a lot to me. I grew up on it and stuff. I really loved it. And, like, people say, like, oh, it was only good, like... It was only good when Monty was still, like, making it. But, like, what? Did you want, like... Did you really want his close friends to, like, abandon his passion project? No! Like, there is genuinely no way that the audience that wanted the show to get cancelled after Monty passed away knew better than Monty's friends who chose to continue it, you know? Like, I think it's still good. Like, it definitely had a special charm to it that Monty brought to the table, but, like, at the end of the day, like, his friends carried it on, and that was important. He did a lot of mocap himself. He did! I love, like, going back and watching Monty's old, like, his behind-the-scenes stuff that he did. Like, his fight choreography was genuinely fantastic. Like, the stuff he managed to pull off in, like, not even an actual animation program. Like, I have probably watched the, like, the commentary tracks on the DVDs as much as the actual show. So, Monty, the first, like, 2 or 3 volumes of RWBY, I don't remember, legitimately, they animated that in a program called Poser. Like, it wasn't even an actual animation program. Like, when they moved on to Volume 4, they, like, transferred into, I think they went into, they either went from Max to Maya or Maya to Max, I don't remember, but, like, he wasn't even animating in an animation program. He was animating it in some, like, 3D posing program. That's why it looked the way it did in the early volumes, because they weren't even in an animation program. But it was so fun, you know? Like, that's part of the charm. I think part of the charm of the old volumes is that, like, the fight choreography is fantastic and the scripts are so much fun, but it is ugly. Like, the shading is bad, the backgrounds are two-dimensional, but I love it, you know? It's so fun and silly. Like, to the degree that when, like, the Ice Queendom anime came out, like, when they remade the first volume before they kind of, like, pivoted into the, like, alternate universe story that, like, that is actually about, the remake didn't have as much charm to it because it was pretty. Like, the remake looked too pretty, and I was like, this isn't my show. Where's the ugly two-dimensional backgrounds? Where's the unshaded background characters that are they just slap, like, a black shader over all of them so they have absolutely no features, it's just, like, a shadow. You know, that was fun. That was fun. Why not ugly? Exactly! Why not ugly? Why not ugly? Like, it was, you know, I loved that it was kind of ugly in the old stuff. Ice Queendom made me realize how much I enjoyed the humor. Yeah, exactly. Like, Ice Queendom was gorgeous, and it was really fun, and I loved seeing the characters, like, animated in a different art style. But, like, I don't know, like, the like, dumb humor I really missed in the remake version. It just didn't hit the same, you know? Like, the line delivery, like, even if it was the same voice actresses and stuff, it just didn't feel the same, you know? It's like something about the humor and, like, the way they delivered the lines was, like, so important to the vibe of the original. I don't know, it just didn't hit the same. But that being said, that's not to say I don't absolutely adore the latest stuff as well, because I do. Like, I love it so much. I think, like, honestly, some of the episodes in, like, early Volume 6 are, like, some of my favorite in the entire franchise. And that's later stuff, like, that was, I think, like 4 years post Monty, and I still thought it was fantastic. Like, oh god, I bumped my thing. You know, the like, horror episodes, those were so good. Like, they were genuinely frightening, and I loved it. I really loved it. Wait, I didn't want to trade you out. You know what? Yeah, I will, whatever. I'll grab a new one. Yeah, it was really good. I love the latest stuff. I know that like, I absolutely do have some nostalgia bias, don't get me wrong. Like, Volumes 1 to 3 are still my favorites, and I recognize fully that that is absolutely nostalgia bias talking. But still, you know, I still think the latest stuff is really good. The apathy episode. Yeah, the apathy episode was really good. The apathy episode was so good. Have you watched RWBY Chibi? All of it, yes. All of it, yes. All of it. Yeah, like, I loved it, you know? And I miss it. It's been so long since they've, like, dropped another season. I mean, obviously because, you know, Rooster Teeth shut down, but it was so good. And I'm excited for them to bring it back. There's no boob, it's also a gun, John trying to catch wise. I know, yeah, they removed all, like, the silly stuff, which, like, I understand, because they were going for a different energy, and it probably would have had some, like, tonal dissonance going from, you know, like, because obviously, like, the first couple episodes of RWBY Ice Queendom are, like the exact same, just remade. But then, I mean, not the exact same, obviously, but then they kind of pivoted completely to like a whole other plot, and it was like an alternate universe stuff. But that being said, like, I don't know, like, you know, yeah, like the comedy was missing, and it was still cute and fun, but I don't know, it just didn't hit the same. But yeah, I loved RWBY a lot. I still do, you know. It's a shame that, like, it's been on hiatus for such a long time, but I'm excited for more, you know? Like, I'm gonna watch all of it, like I always have, every year since I was 12. Yeah, I'm excited for them to do more, you know? I'm excited. I'm gonna be fun. Have you seen Arcane? I have seen Arcane. I love Arcane. Arcane's really good. I watched all of Season 1 of Arcane, only watched a few episodes of Season 2, planning on finishing them up next month. That'd be- yeah, you should. It was really good. I still, like, I don't know, there's a couple parts of the ending that, like, I wasn't a huge fan of, but I still had a really good time with it. I thought it was great. Season 2 ending was real rust. Yeah, I can see that, yeah. I feel like, you know, I still really enjoyed it, but I feel like it could have benefited from, like, one more episode, you know? Honestly, I feel that way about a lot of shows nowadays. Like, I feel like every show currently airing could benefit from one more episode. Because I feel like, I don't know, I kind of felt that way about the Yellow Jackets finale this season as well, you know? Like, they had to cut so many scenes, from what I've learned, you know? They had to cut so much. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like shows could benefit from just, like, longer runtimes. I miss filler episodes. I miss filler episodes. I'm tired of waiting, like, a full, like, I'm tired of waiting 3 years for an 8-episode season that takes 8 hours to watch in one day and then it's over. You know, I want, return me to the days of, like, weekly airing 22-episode seasons that are, like, 50% filler when nothing happens, okay? That's fun. Give me character building moments. Give me character building moments. That's what I want. I want my characters going to a restaurant together and getting nothing done, okay? I want my, like, failed wedding episodes. I want all that stuff. I love that. I miss when characters, exactly, I miss when characters would just vibe. I miss when characters would just have fun. You know, not everything has to be plot related. I miss it. And you know what? People complain. I think the only reason people don't like filler now is, again, because every season could do with one more episode. You know? There's not enough. If there was one more episode, then people wouldn't mind filler, but if there were 11 more episodes, then filler would be fantastic. People are upset about filler now, because it takes up time for plot, but that's because they aren't really mad at the filler, they're mad that there's no episodes. You understand? You understand my point? You know where I'm coming from, right? I feel like One Piece would be perfect for you. I feel like that too. But, like, I don't have time, you know? I wish I did.